Hey buddies, welcome to Video Games Awesome Live. Oh yeah, keep it up. I'm level 3.
Endorse level reward.
It's another Overwatch show. It's another Summer Games update. I think this is the 3rd year since Overwatch started that we've had a Summer Games. It might be 4, and if in that case, that's terrifying. That time is going by that fast. Becky is back.
Hi.
Epic music's for you.
Thank you.
That's what it sounds like.
Thank you.
Summer Games. Oh my God.
I missed this stuff.
I know.
Miss you guys.
They're just laying all the skins out there right off the bat.
Oh, look at that Torb.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. He's in a Speedo. I thought he had pants on.
No, man. And that's a fanny pack.
All right. Let's just jump right in and check out these new. Okay. So you got sexy summertime Hanzo. This is like what most of the guys in Japan look like.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that's pretty accurate.
Yep.
Going to the hero gallery. All right. So what's new? L1.
You can see that man's knees.
Too hot for you. I gotta get down to him right now. Surf and splash.
Holy shit.
Oh my God, the hammer is a little like inflatable
thing?
and he's got.
Oh my God, like, is that like a concert thing? Oh my gosh, look at his bum.
This is incredible.
And the shells.
It's
oh, no,
they're actually
sharks.
shorts. It's just that the one leg is so high on the thigh that I thought it was gonna be a Speedo. He's
Why
got
is
zinc
that
on his
one
nose,
thigh so
just because
high?
it's like he's like got it up kind of.
Remember Zinc? Guys,
I don't.
are you fucking kidding
No,
me?
I never used it.
In the 90s, the like fluorescent.
Becky's gonna be in a real conversational mood because she missed you guys, but
I missed you.
let's focus on the show. Let's focus on Overwatch,
Remember
Becky.
Zinc though?
So he's got like a sort of a toy thing going on.
Yeah, a little sand bucket.
I need this skin, and I only have 175 Overwatch points.
But you
So
need 3,000.
I'm gonna have to be doing some Overwatch, and a lot of it stat.
Check his turret, it's great.
Oh, of course. Yeah, next. Equipment. Oh my God. There's 1,000 kilograms. I wonder what it looks like when I don't have gold.
It has like the
gold
little
on my
blow
thing.
up thing in the bottom.
It actually looks. Oh my God.
Ooh.
That's incredible. Oh, could you imagine a Super Soaker turret? Could you imagine? How is that
would
not
be
a product?
So fun.
That needs to be a product. Like a fucking like
it
it
a product?
detects. Like but Super Soakers need to get on that. They need to like create a thing that detects somebody walking by it and it shoots them like a. Oh my God, that would be cool. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I want one now.
Yeah, but then like they would be afraid that somebody. It's like the old story that some kid. Did you hear some kid put bleach in his Super Soaker?
Oh my God.
And he burned all these kids? Did you hear that? That was like the urban legend.
Excuse
But
me.
I guess like they would be afraid somebody would do that with that. Anyways,
Yeah.
I'm off topic now. Let's
Yeah.
rapid fire these. All right, so this isn't new, is it?
It's gotta be new. It's in the new unlocked section.
This is
Why?
just looks like her. Isn't this just her?
I mean, I love
One
it.
of her Chinese New Year updates.
It's new.
It looks so similar to one of her Chinese New Year updates. I thought maybe not. Huh? That's what she wears in the summer, huh?
Looks hot. Wait, what about her weapons? Weapon.
It's just kind of like almost like a palette swap. It's just got decals on it too.
I love it.
This one's called American
Wow.
for 4th of July. All right. Yeah.
America.
He looks actually a little bit more like a stuntman than anything. Then you got Boone Sadler. What is with you right now, Lisa? What are you trying to do? Wait, she's looking for sunshine, and she knows it's behind the curtain.
Come here, Dodo.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm not seeing really. There's just like another kind of color swap, I think. Oh, cool for the Summer Games.
Kendoka.
Is kendo? I'm not even sure kendo is in
Kendo,
the Olympics. We know fencing is, which has a similar looking mask.
I like his shoes.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
They look solid.
shoes. All right. Yeah, that's a pretty neat looking skin, actually, just in general.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got Hanzo with his, those are cool shorts.
They are very cool shorts.
Those look like the shirt that I have from Uniqlo here that has the wave on it.
Uh-huh.
Sexy Hanzo. Oh,
I like it.
those abs, says Gravel, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even comment on the shells and the little things biting the end of his beard.
And his little hat.
His little, like, what is that even
It's
supposed
for
to be?
water polo.
Oh, water polo hat. Yeah, it's pretty inspired, this whole thing. That's
And his little toes.
This
his
is-
fat little toes.
clearly the star of the
Yeah.
whole update.
Yep.
All right. And just while like I'm on the topic of like whenever like May gets a new update and people are like, bodies don't work like that and backs don't bend like that and waists don't bend like that and people don't have aren't thick like that if they're thin in the waist, and like yes they are, but anyways, knees and ankles don't bend like that. They don't go forward like that all the time when you're standing. Anyways, okay. Lucio Ball version of, so he's like a goalkeeper kind of. For Lucio, he's got thirst.
Yeah.
Kind of need to see him do an emote while he's wearing this to see it really how it looks. Hamsterade, it says. He's the
Oh my god.
he's the
a water
refreshment
boy.
hamster.
He is the ball.
Oh, he's the Lucio Ball. That's what a Lucio Ball looks like. I guess I need to see him. I'm sure somebody will buy this skin. Oh, this is a new. Oh, cool! It's like a little. It's called
like it.
dressage. It's kind of a canter.
Yeah.
She looks very happy.
Uh-huh.
Does she? Here's the question. Does she move forward while this emote happens?
It doesn't look like it.
Well, this is just the exact. That's the exact same thing that happens when you preview the Bastion emote that walks. It stays
okay.
in place. They're not gonna have her walk off the screen.
I
So
adore
I
that
think
skin.
while using it, she actually moves.
She does.
Awesome. That's an amazing way to get up to the to prance towards the point
Oh my god, yeah.
when at the beginning of a match.
Holy shit, burpees. Fuck. Worst. Good form, good form.
Jesus, the legs really show off with this skin.
Yeah. And
I think
do
you
it
actually got a shot of
from
butt
behind.
there because of that. Almost. On the first one, it feels like the most likely to see butt. Oh my god.
Gotta get the angle just
Oh my
right.
god, it's so close. I bet you when they created this emote, they tested it with this skin just to
Yep.
be sure. This would be the problem skin.
They tested it too good.
Yeah. Oh my. And then you've got a metal. I'm surprised the metal skin wasn't available for her. Oh, cool, Ash.
Oh, that looks pretty great.
I'm surprised that she didn't have a metal skin yet.
Ow, 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 ow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Aw, cute.
Okay, voice lines.
Do less.
Do less. Okay.
It's your lucky day. Pas de raison pour presser. Pas de raison pour presser. No, that still looks bad.
Thank you for understanding. I'm an autopilot.
Spammable, finally! A spammable fucking. Like, Rocket Jump was the best one we had so far. To spammable.
Yeah.
That's the most spammable sounding.
I'm an autopilot.
Oh, that's annoying. That's gonna be good. That's a spammable voice line.
Reality is my playground.
Cool.
Bit dodgy, don't you think?
Every single one of hers is spammable.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a voice line that's not spammable.
Them chance.
More power.
I am the strongest woman in the world.
Let go of that which weighs upon your mind.
Boring.
Yeah, he doesn't really have. I don't think
Let
he.
go of that which weighs
What is my
upon your
one that I
mind.
use for him? It's like, oh, the one I use for him, since he has basically none, is, do I think, does a submarine swim? And so I spam it and it goes, do I think, do I think, do I think, do I think? And that's the best you can do. Is like spam one that wasn't meant to be done like that. Oh,
How
cool.
disappointing.
Look
This
at
one, yes.
Ash as a teen doing skeet shooting or whatever you call it, shooting events.
Yep, I like it. Aw, that's cute.
The little circle for the entrance and everything.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Oh my god, are you
wow.
kidding? That's awesome. That's pretty good.
I'm in love with that one.
Yeah, that's cute.
Very, very
Of
cute.
course. All right, so that's what you get for playing Lucio Ball. Oh, here we go. Discus throwing. Pretty boring, but cool. And that's it. That's it for victory.
Snap, really?
Yeah. All right. So that's the updates. Now today, the star of the show isn't really, and we all, of course, we know Lucio Ball. I don't know if any. Oh, week 1, reward Shark Attack Spray. Week 1, American Reaper. Play 9 games in quick play, arcade, or competitive play. Why did they call it American Reaper? When the reward is Shark Attack Spray, or do you get the American Reaper skin once you get to 9 games? Oh, that must be it. Anyways, we all know Lucio Ball. If there was any major Lucio Ball changes, let me know. But I think Lucio Ball is fun. But it's just as soon as I start playing it for just a little bit, I'm like, okay, I want to play Overwatch now. And I almost immediately feel that way when I start playing it.
You can earn the epic skins through the event.
All of them? Oh, so I don't have to pay 3,000 to get Torbjorn. Ah, that's interesting, because like on one hand, I'm glad that I can earn it without getting 3,000 points, which takes a lot of gameplay to do.
You could do it.
On the other hand, I don't like that just by playing that it's going to be a more common skin because of this.
Epic, not legendary. The
Oh.
May, Reaper, and Reinhardt.
Fuck!
3 epic
Anyways,
skins
okay,
once
good,
per week.
because then it'll stay being a rare skin. I guess I could open some loot boxes in hopes that I can earn enough to get Torb.
Yeah?
Because I have a lot of unopened.
Okay.
I'm not going to open any of my special ones. I'm a collector of loot boxes, you see.
Yes.
It's still whoa, why do I have 4? I didn't open 3 from last year? Oh, because I logged in and I maintained my rank 3 for player endorsements, I got 2 free, so...
There you go.
Come on, Torb.
You got coin.
To this day, I think it's the funniest thing that it pisses some people are genuinely
I know.
pissed that I won't open my boxes.
I know.
Like, people are mad. It's amazing what'll piss some people off. All right, here we go.
Dear.
Oh,
That's disappointing.
2 legendary skins and neither are for the event. Well, that's for last year's or the year before. I thought I already had that one. Oh, man.
That is rough, buddy. One more.
One more box.
Dope.
I could technically open the last box, but I don't want to because boxes, their contents are determined when you earn them. And I
right.
earned that box last year, so I know that it won't have it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to open it.
Those 2 legendaries hurt.
Here we go.
right.
So I guess we're starting the show before we get to the developer update that everybody says I really need to see. I guess we'll be opening some boxes for a little bit.
All right. I think they opened the oldest box first, though.
That's not true. Hey, buddy.
Hi, fella.
I don't think that's true. Hey, thanks for bringing that. Rudiger brought us the Harley Quinn toy.
What a good kitty.
Hey, pop up here.
Yeah.
Pop up. There you go.
Friend.
Let's see how many gold I can earn. Like, I'm already at 500 from 100. I was at like 70 or something. I'm already at like 500.
Yep, the one Nick Fable made. It's Rudiger's favorite toy.
It's what he brings us when he wants to impress us, like he's being a good kitty.
Yeah.
Alright. We're getting there.
See, loot boxes just don't mean anything whenever you have a whole bunch to open at once.
It's true.
I love it whenever it's like I sit and stare at them and I'm like, ooh, let's listen to this voice spinning because I don't have any more to open.
You're the loser kid who on Christmas takes forever to open each package.
Yes. Actually, am I? I don't know if I am.
I did that actually. I was very meticulous as a kid.
Fraser has a Becky glow.
I have that glow. Get off it.
He's
All right.
okay.
We're at 885. I don't think I'm gonna make it 3,000. Oh! But this won't have the legendary. But it's got a Lucio hockey player. That's awesome.
Nice. I counted my nieces and nephews hockey sticks.
Oh, I keep forgetting this isn't for the event.
Yeah.
But I'm earning some
Ooh,
legendary
nice.
cash. Oh my god. I
Yeah.
might make it to enough to buy Torb.
1,430. They had 30 hockey sticks just in their front yard and in their house, and they had a whole shitload in their backyard still. And over 180 pucks.
I might make it.
Does Becky think Becky will ever get into Hearthstone?
I plan to try. We've talked about, in the last few days, I talked about how you like Magic. But mostly because it's physical, I think. I don't know, though.
I'm gonna make it.
We might make it.
I'm king of the world.
This is the greatest moment of my life. This reminds me of the fact that I keep old loot boxes and that like what's inside them is vintage.
Yeah.
There's videos online of people who open super old Magic card packs.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
ancient.
I remember you.
Old.
telling
And
me
one
about
guy
this.
opens up a fucking Black Lotus.
A Black Lotus, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? No, seriously, that's crazy.
Yeah, how much is a Black Lotus worth these days? And he opened it on camera. An alpha, yeah.
Good lord.
I think that's worth like $45,000 or something. Like, it's insane. 2,000. We might make it.
I don't think we'll make it. I'm gonna be Debbie Downer and say nope. His hands were shaking like crazy. Oh my god, so cute.
Yeah.
Okay, bye, Ruds. I love you. Please be nice to Hugo.
The reason
Ooh, a
things
Rubik's
are
Cube.
worth that much is because people grew up with Magic. They grew up, became lawyers and doctors, and then they become collectors of things. And that's why, like, it's an arbitrary value.
Based on what people will
Pay for it because they have nostalgia, and if
Yeah.
you're gonna be a collector of something, people collect baseball cards.
Only 1,100 Black Lotus Alpha deck cards were ever printed.
And how many were destroyed?
Babe, I looked through my baseball cards when I was at home, and I found a Pat Tabler, 2 Pat Tablers.
Awesome.
I almost brought them back
Why didn't you?
because I
wanna see
figured.
those.
I know, but you probably want to see all my baseball cards. Like, it's a solid collection. So
Not really. I just want to see Pat Tabler.
you need to come to Canada.
Fine. All right. So I got really close. I only have to play like maybe about 10 hours of Overwatch, and I'll get that Torb skin.
Oh, easy peasy.
All right, guys. So it's time to go check in on the developer update,
All right.
which should be in this away.
I was a baseball card collector in the 90s.
All right. So first, I'll go to Play Overwatch's YouTube. And yes, I'm just using this browser today because we only need to watch one little, but I plan to use something different for the show and trailer we'll be doing soon.
The Black Lotus is sold between $27,000 and $100,000.
Oh, I was pretty close to my guess then, somewhere in the middle of that. Yeah, it all depends on their condition and.
Well, this one straight into the
straight to the
box.
pack would have been worth like
100,000.
Jesus Christ, it's so crazy.
God, I wonder if he like washed his hands. Like, was he wearing gloves?
I would have like immediately like set it down, left the house, locked all the doors, and said that's my case for it.
Yeah.
Is my house, and I've just kept on paying rent for the house.
Or your mortgage? Yeah.
Because that's its case.
Yep, worth it.
All right, let's go check out this developer update, guys. Let's see. So we're holding out hope for a shirtless Jeff, I guess.
Yeah, that's what they want.
All right.
Because it's the summer games, yo.
I swear this browser's getting worse.
Oh.
It really feels like it. I think it just. I didn't do that. I'm sorry. Oh, I could actually use the YouTube app now because I actually have the device that now strips out HDCP protection, so it will actually use the app. But we're already here, so we'll just.
Okay. We can fill this time.
Here we go.
Maybe we could cut
Developer
off.
update.
Or not.
Too late.
They
Phew.
said-
Saved by the intern. Here
What's
he
up,
is.
everyone? This is Jeff from the Overwatch team.
Oh.
We're here with a very quick developer update,
Hi,
but
guys.
don't worry, there are more coming very, very soon. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about our summer
Don't worry.
schedule. Now, a lot of you have tracked us over the years and sort of followed what content we release when, and it's made it so you can kind of predict what's coming out when. I just want to caution you that we're going to do some things differently this summer. For example, Summer Games, the event is coming back, but it's going to happen much sooner than it usually happens. And you'll learn more about that soon, but we think you'll be pleased. So you get Summer Games even sooner than you expect. That should be cool. There's another change happening to Summer Games that I also think is pretty awesome, and we think you'll really enjoy. So as you know, we've been running some of these challenge events, like we had Baptiste's reunion challenge that we ran. Well, for Summer Games, for each of the 3 weeks that the event is live, there will be a weekly mini challenge for each of the 3 weeks where you'll be able to unlock an epic skin. So we think some of the changes to how we distribute skins and how you get them will be much more compelling, and you'll enjoy that a lot more. So look forward to that and other little changes coming to Summer Games and the schedule. That also means if some of you have tracked us over the years, what we release when, you're probably anticipating a hero release sometime very soon. Well, don't worry, we are working on a hero.
Working
hero number
on
31 is going to be awesome, but he is going to be released a little bit later than you're used to. But he'll
Confirmed,
be
new
here
gay hero.
soon enough. So don't worry. And we think a little bit of extra time is going to make the hero even more awesome. Besides that, we've been working on lots of little quality of life
He's a
things.
time-traveling hero, just
Subtitles
confirmed.
recently got introduced to the game,
Somebody said he was
which has
potentially
been
leaked.
fantastic. We're going to continue to iterate on that system. We think it's been a really great boon for people who are hearing impaired, as well as those of us who
subtitles are
just
in the game. That's
like to
great.
read
Cool.
subtitles and play with closed captions. So we think that was an awesome
I like to read
addition.
subtitles. It's my
Another
hobby.
thing that we're adding, and some of you have noticed
What?
it on the PTR, is we have improved detection for cheating, and we will automatically shut down a match where we detect cheating is happening, and we will make sure that nobody on either side of the match is penalized for that match being shut down. So if you're in a competitive match, you won't lose SR if a cheater's on the other team or a cheater's on your team. And very harsh actions are happening against that cheater, you can be assured. But we think this is just the next evolution of cheat detection in the game, which is pretty awesome. So as I mentioned, I'm going to keep this one really short. We have changes to the summer schedule coming up. Summer Games is coming sooner than it usually does. Our summer hero is going to come a little bit later than it normally does, but it'll be worth the wait. We've done improvements to things like subtitles and cheat detection, and there are a couple more developer updates coming very, very soon that I think you'll be extremely excited about. So thank you very much, and we hope you're having a blast playing Overwatch.
Bye, Jeff.
So there's another one that they say is the bigger update.
And it's a little bit longer, apparently. 16 minutes.
So, first of all, before we get to this one, we'll do this one first. And then we'll look at the potential leak of the new hero.
Hey, you guys look like you're wearing the same thing.
Yeah.
Greetings, everyone. This is
Greetings.
Jeff from the Overwatch team. I just want to give you a little bit of a warning. I think this is going to be a
Like, who the
longer
fuck are you to say
developer
greetings to
update
me?
than we usually do.
An alien?
But it's because we want to spend time explaining
Jack.
things very
Yeah.
carefully to you.
From the Overwatch team.
So as you know in Overwatch, we give you a very short period of time to choose your team. The Assembles Heroes mode is only 40 seconds long.
Yeah, it's
And
too short.
As many of you know, as,
Make it
as
like 5
veteran
minutes.
Overwatch players, team composition is everything to your success and failure of whether or not you're going to win the match. And we feel like there's a lot of pressure on you in that 40 seconds to make some very tough decisions. For this reason, we are introducing a feature that's going to give you more control over your experience. And this feature is called Role Queue.
So if I want to play healer, I get into a specific healer
is
queue.
because we believe that it's going to improve match quality. It's going to give you more control over your play experience. You're going to have more options as to what you're going to play. And it's also going to relieve a lot of the social pressure that some of us feel and overall create a better social experience
Yeah, I don't
for
like
us
social
when
pressures.
picking our heroes
Yeah.
and picking our roles. So let me go into the details of what role queue is going
so
to
the
be
big
for
question
Overwatch.
is, will they lock you
From
to
now
the role?
on, in competitive
When you
and
get in.
quick play, as well as in Overwatch esports, when you queue up for a match, you will be asked to pick a role between support, damage, or tank.
Even during
When
the
you
esports,
get into the
even
match,
in Overwatch League?
you will only be able to pick the role that you queued for. So if you pick tank, you will be limited to the tanks that you can play. Every
For the
team
whole
in Overwatch will be comprised
game?
of 2 tanks, 2 damage,
Every
and 2 support.
game will always have
So,
2 tanks,
obviously
2
this is a
damage,
very big
2
change,
support.
but
All
we
right,
think
before
it's
we
a
go
change for
forward,
the better.
I just want to talk about. I heard people said there's a role queue update, and I immediately clicked in what that would mean. You queue up if you want, and there was already things like this happening in the arcade or in the custom matches, saying like, and you could like create a team based on, and you when you're looking for a team to join, you can say I like to play healer, and it will
Okay.
try to find a team that needs a healer.
Yeah.
So that already existed. I thought this was just applying that mentality to the pubs. But this is going to lock down the team, forcing team compositions that are always 2 healers, 2 damage, and 2 tank.
What about the whole meta that was like 3 tanks?
So this does 2 things. Wipes out potentially fun or potentially destructive and destructive metas that hurt the game, such as a lot of people would have regarded the 3 tank meta as kind of shitty.
Yeah.
It felt like everybody
Okay.
was just like non-stop shooting and nobody ever died, and it was just like throwing balls of meat at the point and like
Okay.
nobody ever died. It didn't work like when it was played right. This is almost enforcing the game to be played in the most like sort of template way, for better or for worse, I would say, because it is interesting that sometimes in Overwatch you can suddenly whip out an extra tank or an extra DPS.
Right.
You know, rarely you'll run 3 healers, but like mostly it's like suddenly you swap out one way or the other, go 1 tank and 3 DPS, or 3 tanks and 1 DPS, and suddenly the other team is like, whoa, this feels different, and like
Yeah.
sometimes that can be what's needed to push through. I see a lot of negatives. I see some positives. I'm just processing this right now. I'm seeing things like your team has a Reinhardt and an Orisa. The other team gets a Bastion out, and it seems like you're in a pub, and it seems like your Reinhardt and your Orisa are content to just continuously put out their shield and let it get melted over and over and make no progress. Where a guy like me, usually I got to Diamond by doing things like fixing teams' problems, and I would swap to, say, Roadhog and hook the Bastion and grab him in or something. But in this case, I won't be able to do that because I'm playing like Soldier or something, and now I can't swap away from, I have to swap to a DPS that maybe I don't know a DPS that counters Bastion.
Yeah.
Interesting. And each role has a rank. Okay, well, I guess we'll keep watching to find that out. I'm just going to be processing this as Jeff says stuff.
There's
This
some
is
really
big.
cool reasons to
Yeah.
do this. So right now in Overwatch, we give you an overall matchmaking rating because we don't know what you're going to play. You might get into a match with the intention of playing Reinhardt, but there's already multiple tanks on your team, so you end up playing Widowmaker instead. In that case, you might actually perform much better or worse as a tank than you would as a damage player, and the match balance is in flux constantly because of this. Well, under the new system, you will have an under-the-hood matchmaking rating for every single role, damage, tank, and support. What's even cooler about this is
Okay, I just wanted to say, well, the browser's just fucking giving up the ghost here.
matchmaking rating for every single role, damage, tank, and support.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That part of it is massive, and that will help pubs so much. And it will let people, I think, sort of branch out
Right.
and decide to put, like, I think there's a lot of people out there who are super good DPS, but they would never consider playing healer because, well, we're talking about DPS mains. They probably would think that they would be amazing at every class, but they should never play healer because they're not, like,
They're too good.
they're too good for healer or
Yeah.
something. I'm talking about healers then that don't typically like to play DPS because they don't think they have the tracking abilities or like the or something like that, and they would like to every so often play DPS, but they feel like they'd have to create a separate account just to be matched up properly.
Right.
Because while they're like a fucking like diamond mercy, they might only be like a low platinum like soldier or something,
Yeah.
and maybe they want to like be able to. So yeah, I'm diamond, but I can't hang out with DPS and diamond. I just never play it, so I'm super excited. So this is huge, I think, too. It almost makes me want to pipe dream towards a ranking system based on character.
Wow, that would be wild.
Like,
Holy crap,
then,
that would be crazy.
and then you'd lock to a character, so it takes away that would be. It would take away that. This is just completely like.
Yeah.
I know he's not implementing that, but could
Yeah.
you imagine? Because like it takes away completely the strategy of swapping characters during a game, which sucks.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, how cool would it be where you every day you log on to Overwatch, you're like, what do I want to do today? Do I want to like play my like diamond rank soldier? You know, keep on trying to get just a bit better, and maybe one day I'll make master as a soldier. Or do I want to go down and start playing my Junkrat that's only a high gold Junkrat? Do I think I could get him to platinum today?
Yeah.
Like, that's cool. That could be cool, I'm thinking. But anyways.
What's even cooler about this is in competitive, we're now going to give you, instead of one skill rating for your entire playstyle, we're going to give you 3 skill ratings, each one based on tank damage and
This is
support.
cool.
We
Yeah,
found
you
this
like it?
internally to be a lot of fun. A lot of us are discovering things about ourselves that we didn't even know. For example, for me, I am an entire skill rating tier higher on tank than I am on support. I used to think support was my second best role, and it actually is my worst role, and I'm decent at damage and really good at tank. So I learned
For
something
example,
about
I
myself
learned
as a
I
player,
like my ear
which was
stroke.
really
Just
cool,
like
and it was
a
neat
little-
to
Ever so
see
slight.
that my tank play is an entire skill rating higher than my damage or
By
support.
no less
So
than
that
3
was
people.
that was really cool, and we think it'll be a lot of fun for you. Now you're probably wondering about some of the details with competitive play and how that might change the experience. Instead of playing 10 placement matches and then being placed into the competitive season, you will now have the option for each role of only having to place in 5 placement matches.
So 15
So
total
if you
now.
want to place in all 3, which we
Oh.
totally encourage you to do, you would
Interesting.
do 5 placement matches per role, and then you'll be placed and you will get a
I'm
skill
excited.
rating
I like
that will
this.
actually display on your career profile. And each season you can now try to raise and lower 3 different skill ratings instead of just 1. We think this
Okay.
will be really cool.
3 different
So the
skill
next
ratings.
part about this, this helps the game so much. I went from being like seeing mostly negatives to now that I think about it this way, this is going to make the game so much more interesting to play as a player. You're going to be, just like I said about improving per character basis, now you're going to be like saying like, you can say like, you play Overwatch 2? Yeah, what kind of player are you? I'm like, oh, I'm Diamond, it's like, okay, but like Diamond across the board, or you like, what kind of healer are you? Be like, oh, well, I'm Gold healer, but like, it's like, impress me. What kind of Overwatch player are you? Are you all Diamond?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, like that you'll be able to, like, and people are gonna have to try to keep up. It gives people who really have pride a reason to play healer who might never otherwise.
You kind of have to have like 2 solid characters in each
at least
category. Yeah.
Yeah. That's fun.
If you place in any role, like if you just picked one, you just want to play damage for competitive, we'll give you the player icon and the spray like we've done in previous seasons. One of the things that I think is really cool though is for placing in all 3 and having a skill rating in all 3 roles, you now get competitive points per role. So if you place in all 3 roles in a season, you'll actually get more competitive points than you would have previously under the old system. So we think that's really cool. We will publish a chart that shows how the new competitive points sort of translate and all of that. Now, there's some other differences to competitive that will happen, and this is in regards to, the new system and making sure that we test it properly. So we're going to end season 17 early, and we're going to start a beta competitive season that will start on August 13th and only run for 2 weeks. Roll queue is a very complicated feature that requires a lot of
kind
testing,
of a throwaway
and
competitive
while
season
roll
just
queue
for
will be on the
everybody to
PTR
test
for
it.
PC today, we want to have more broad testing that actually touches PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. So we're gonna roll a beta season that's gonna start on August 13th and last until September 1st. That's gonna allow us to tune and tweak roll queue to make sure that it's perfect when it releases officially, which is going to be on September 1st.
Where were you when the 2-week season happened?
So you're initially going to get a beta competitive season that features roll queue. That's going to last 2 weeks starting in mid-August.
I was in the hospital
then
for
on
my
September 1st,
and they didn't have
roll
internet.
queue turns on for everyone. This means quick play, this means competitive, even some of the arcade modes. Now, we know some of you really love the way that quick play and competitive work right now, and you don't want to have a role limit. So for those of you folks who aren't interested in the role limit, or maybe you do like the role limit, but you just occasionally want to play the other way, we're going to make sure that in the arcade there is a card called Quick Play Classic that will allow you to play Overwatch exactly as you do today, with the added benefit that you'll also be getting the arcade loot boxes. So we think that this will be a very positive experience for those of you who are reluctant about roll queue or maybe want to take your time experimenting with the feature. Know that the Quick Play Classic feature is there for you.
Well, actually, yeah. I mean,
could you though against other? I feel like maybe.
How does this work with teams? Oh, this is gonna be weird.
Because that's not fair, then, right?
No,
I'm not sure how the full team works yet. Yeah, that's interesting because like. On one hand, it should just allow a 6-man team to have the freedom to do whatever they want because like they can agree upon their own rules,
right?
As opposed to like slotting in. On the other hand, that means the meta will be shaken up by just 6-man teams. Will be completely different from a bunch of people that play solo.
I want to spend a little bit more time talking about the why of this
still
feature.
Have to use the 222 lock.
I think there's a lot that's changed about Overwatch in the past few years, and all of it's good. The players have evolved, the games have evolved, how we think about team composition has evolved.
You think
I think a
so?
lot of us realize how important
I think they've done
the different
nothing but
roles
good
are,
things,
how important
change-wise.
team composition is, and we approach the game differently. Now, we've all been in these various scenarios, and I'm going to spell some of them out for you.
Okay.
Think about the time that you just wanted to play Hanzo. You were really in the mood to play Hanzo, and so you log into Overwatch and you click on Hanzo as soon as he's available in the role lineup, and then you're watching the heroes on your team get selected around you, and you suddenly realize that you have no tanks in support, and there you are on Hanzo. And you're faced with this dilemma, like, what do I do? At this point, we have no tanks, we have no support. If I switch off of Hanzo, I'm not getting to do what I wanted to do. Yet I feel like we're going to lose because there's nobody to heal and there's nobody to tank.
This is constantly a problem.
So it's a really
This is going
tough
to be
dilemma.
beneficial for the game.
There's also a lot of us who
especially in the
always pick
lower
last.
ranks where you are. I think it's going to help the game a
I'm a player
lot.
that does this. I always tell my team, I'll flex, you guys all pick, and I'll go ahead and fill for whatever's left.
I'll flex.
So a lot of times what'll end up happening is, for example, I'll end up...
So I just want to mention, Jeff is a master at being the everyman. He knows what he's doing. He knows that most people think that they're that person.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether they are or not.
Yeah.
I'd like to think I am, but there are days where I hard pick Torb no matter what for the show. But and he's basically the Fred Savage, the Wonder Years Fred Savage, the guy that we can all relate to. That's what he's. That's his purpose.
He plays the part, man.
Yeah, he does it well.
Playing support on my team. Now, as I mentioned earlier,
if you have an ultimate,
to know
it's
that
relatability.
my matchmaking rating as a support player is far lower than my matchmaking rating as a tank player. Even though I'm trying to be a good teammate to you when I'm picking support, I might actually be putting my team in a very detrimental situation. Sure, I'll play Zenyatta, I'll play Mercy, but I'm not as good of a Mercy player as I am as a Diva or a Reinhardt player. And in essence, I've caused a great imbalance to happen in the game. So we've all been under these scenarios as well, where we're trying to do the right thing and we don't even realize that innocently we are damaging the quality of the match and lessening my team's odds of winning the match by playing a role that I wasn't intended to play. So that's another example. And then possibly the one that I think bothers a lot of us is we get into a match, we think we're picking a hero that's really going to help our team, we pick that hero, and then another teammate disagrees with us. And maybe they're very vocal, and they're putting pressure on me to play something different.
Fuck comms and
either
guys.
for reasons that I feel like I'm not skilled at that hero, or I just don't want to play that hero, now I'm getting this pressure from somebody else to switch onto something that I'm not comfortable doing. And we've added this social tension. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the developer update, we're only giving you 40 seconds to resolve these type of issues. All of these scenarios that I sort of spelled out for you are the reason that we're moving the game in this direction. I want to dispel any misconception that the reason that we are implementing this feature is to change the meta. We are not at all. In fact, we're in the middle of a big meta shift anyway that's happening very naturally through hero balance. We don't believe that a rule like this is intended to target any one specific meta. There will always be a meta, there will always be some level of dissatisfaction with a meta, and we would never make a rule change like this.
Yeah, it would be a nuclear option to go after one meta, and he keeps saying specific meta
because the meta. I've
exactly
heard
why
people
he used
say
that wording.
That if we went to something like a 2-2-2 composition, we would be limiting the creativity of the game. And I couldn't disagree with this more. I feel like the most creative people work creatively within constraints.
This is true.
For example, and I know I'm off on a bit of a tangent here, but Shakespeare, one of the greatest writers of all time, wrote beautiful sonnets. And there's no more constrained form of poetry than the sonnet, which is 14 lines of iambic pentameter. I think if Shakespeare can be creative within the sonnet, I'm confident that you all will come up with creative team compositions
I fucking love
within
this man.
a 2-2-2 situation.
So much.
So there's a lot going on here. The last part that I want to mention that I feel like is by no means the least part that we should focus on is hero balance. Now,
that was pretty
with
great.
a 2-2-2 composition, it's going to change how we have to balance the heroes.
Iambic
It's not going to be
pentameter is
easier to
definitely
balance
what
the
he calls
heroes.
his
It's not
penis.
going to be more difficult to balance the heroes. It's just different. And there are changes that are going to happen to some of our heroes to make them viable within this role queue 2-2-2 setup that we are moving to.
Hero changes.
A hero that I will
this.
use as an example is Brigitte. Brigitte is going to get a lot of big balance changes, and you'll be able to read about these. We'll link to them, and you'll be able to read all the patch notes, so you'll know what I'm talking about. But Brigitte is going to get tremendous balance changes, and the reason being is currently Brigitte is extremely powerful when played with 2 other supports, so you're already in a 3 support situation. But Brigitte is actually not as viable with only 1 other support, and sometimes Brigitte can be a detriment to your team when only played with 1 other support.
Would you put in Lucio in that too?
We need to rebalance Brigitte for this current situation. You'll see this happen with some of our other heroes as well.
Okay,
now,
I want to guess who that might happen with, and you guys can give me your guesses too. What other heroes could potentially need to be balanced? I'm thinking tanks specifically. Like, will Wrecking Ball need to? Wrecking Ball to me is a tank that is best played in a 3-tank setup where he's played more like a DPS, such as a Tracer. I think he's best thought of as a Tracer than as another tank on your team. Right. So I think Wrecking Ball may need a change that makes him a bit more tanky to protect the team.
It is interesting to think of him as a tank.
I always have thought of him as a disruptor more so than
totally
a tank.
A shit disturber.
Yeah, and the same goes for a little bit Baptiste. Baptiste is less healer, more, to me, once I started playing him, was much more anti-aircraft. I thought he's the best guy. He's better than Soldier at taking down Pharah, in my opinion, because if she rushes him, he can boost into the air. It's much harder for her to take him out if he's like hopping around. Winston can be tanky. I think Winston doesn't need to be balanced. I think he's best tanking when he jumps in with the team and drops down the shield so they all fight within that bubble. Right. That barely ever happens in pubs, but Wrecking Ball is the main one that pops out for me. May doesn't do much in terms of damage. Yeah, they might have to up her damage just a tiny bit.
Reaper is now a tank?
Not. I don't understand. Anyways, but
not literally. Okay.
Well, he's hard to kill because of his ability to. Anyways, like when I say tank, I mean ability to block damage for a team, to tank damage. That's that's why tank was originally. That's the name. I still don't know why that's the name. Anyways, a tank was always. They were a tank of health. I think that's what the whole purpose of that name was. They're a tank of health that is hard to drain and easy to fill back up, and that's the idea, is that they take damage for your team. So that the little guys...
Like you want to hide behind the tanks.
Yes. Yeah. Anyways, okay.
Roll queue is going to be a big change. I think this is the biggest change we've added to the game since we went to the hero limit 3 years ago.
Which was great.
This is a big change.
Thank God.
I know it's dramatic. I know players in general are adverse to change. Please work with us on this. We're doing this to make the game better. We believe that it will make the overall experience for all of you better, and that's why we're making the change. If things aren't great at first, we have lots of knobs to turn to make things better. We are monitoring this extremely closely, and we're going to do a lot of things to make sure that this is the absolute healthiest choice for the game at all points. And know that the entire team is committed to making changes if we do anything that's not for the best of the game. One of the things that I'm personally concerned about is queue times. I think that it's possible if one role is more popular than the other roles, people are going to have to wait longer to play that role. I anticipate this for the damage role in particular.
Yeah.
I think there might be longer queue times for damage.
Good.
We are doing some things to help alleviate this. There is a reward system in place for playing the roles that are more impacted. You will get a bonus for playing those roles, and you'll learn more about that. And then also, we just think the very nature of knowing that you're going to have a quicker experience, if you want to play really...
Okay, so what I'm thinking he means by that is that they will give bonuses not for the roles that have long queue times. They're going to give bonuses to the roles that need more people.
Played as much. Yeah.
So it's kind of the way that like Uber works, is that like when there's high demand... They will. I wonder if they could do that, make it dynamic rewards, where it's like there's not enough healers right now, and like Right now, if you play healer, you will get 2 times experience bonus.
Yeah.
Really fast. You can either go to the arcade and play Quick Play Classic, or you can play some of those other roles that are more impacted right now. So know that this is something that we're keeping an eye on, but it's a direct trade-off to moving towards this type of system. We really appreciate your patience with us. I know so many of you have wanted this feature for so long. We've actually been working on this for over a year. It's an extremely complicated change.
Yeah, it's massive for their
a complete
infrastructure.
rewrite of our matchmaking system
and that's
in
their
order
biggest...
to get us here. But we believe that this is the best thing for the long-term health of the game.
This is the biggest asset that Overwatch has, is its matchmaking system.
Live,
Yeah.
and we're going to make sure that overall the play experience is improved. And the reason for doing a big dramatic change like this is to make sure that all of you continue to have more fun playing Overwatch, and maybe some people who used to play Overwatch will be happy to come back because now this is in place and they know they're guaranteed to play the role that they really wanted to play in that match. We're looking forward to what you have to say about this on the PTR. We're also looking forward to your feedback when it goes into that short multi-week beta season that I mentioned earlier. As always, we're reading and listening to all of your feedback, and we can't wait to bring this feature to you. We think it will really improve the experience of Overwatch. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. So it's in the PTR now.
Before this was announced, I thought that what their intention was to alleviate the whole problem of teams having, like, you know, the bad meta, and that they were... It seemed that there was a trend in hero development, especially with guys like Baptiste. Almost every hero, it feels like, is an all-arounder nowadays. Baptiste is like a decent DPS and can heal. Moira does a damn good job of doing a lot of damage when she's throwing out her damage orbs.
Right.
200 damage a shot, and she can get up there, like, sometimes when she's really going off, like, can be a good damage dealer on the team. She can't outpace DPS, but she can, like, be, like, I thought that what they were doing was, like, trying to make them all, you know, just slightly leaning, like, this is a character that leans towards healer, but can be all the others too. This is a character that leans towards DPS, but can be a tank as well, or something, you know?
Hybrids?
Yeah, I thought that that was kind of their design mentality going forward to you know, deal with that problem, but... All right, so apparently there is a leak. Where would be a good place for me to go to see the leak? Maybe you guys could give me a bit.ly link so I don't have to wade through the internet. Give me a bit.ly link that shows me a summary or just this picture that everybody says that the profile picture for the new hero may have been leaked.
There are PTR patch notes as well.
Oh, and I'll go see those, but I'm curious, man. I need to see this new hero. bit.ly / and I'll just wait for you guys to, somebody to go find a...
Please and thank you.
If you can.
Fraser-san.
Uh-huh.
May I please have some water?
Yeah.
It's on Twitter?
All right. I just... I don't want to go looking for stuff with the PlayStation browser. It's just too painful. I'll wait for a bit.ly link, guys. There you go. Thank you.
Thanks, Mighty Extreme. 30, capital G, capital V, lowercase jy, capital Y.
Thanks, man. So.
Sigma.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, he looks evil.
So where did this come from? Like, what's the, to verify whether this could be real or not, what is the basis or the
Who is
the
Jumpy
source?
Wizard?
Is anybody able to determine where this came from? Because this could easily be... Also, I think what's critical here is, does this art exist anywhere else? Can people go through the old concept art that they've released already? Did somebody just like...
So it came from the @Overwatch Mexico World Cup account.
It was from their official account, and it's been since, I would assume, deleted?
I've heard that the character picture is a placeholder. Yeah, it's legit. From Mexican
All right,
Overwatch.
so
Twitter
just
account.
going by what I can see here, you've got this guy with a strong jaw, nose, and brow.
Black hair with some gray in it.
Our last healer that was released was our last character was a healer. What was the character before that? Was it
It was
Wrecking Ball?
no.
Who
It
was
wasn't.
before Baptiste?
Oh shoot, was it Wrecking Ball? Brigitte?
It was Ash. a
Ash,
DPS.
doi.
And before that was Wrecking Ball. So they
Yeah.
went tank, damage, healer. Has there ever been two classes?
But he said they're changing things up this time, so
Yeah,
it
sure,
can't be based
that
on
too,
what
but-
happened in the past.
Just for
People think it's
precedence, what has been the sequence? Somebody go look up the release order of heroes and give me the order by class. Give me the, like, say, tank, healer, DPS, healer, DPS, tank. Like, give me the order in which is there a sequence that we could predict upon? He's also, it looks like he has some stuff attached to his head, like maybe some sort of biotics.
You think? I thought
Yeah.
that was like right here?
Yeah, like that might be an implant. He's got something glowy on his head. Given the look of him, he looks like he's going to be a part of a muscular frame.
So it's Moira, Brigitte, Wrecking Ball, Ash.
You're missing somebody. There's Sombra's not even in there. We need a more
I feel
comprehensive
like Sombra
list.
was before Moira though. Like you want to
Yeah.
go from the very
Okay, here it goes. Healer, then DPS, then tank, then DPS, then healer, then healer, then tank, then DPS, then healer. So they're all over the map.
Interesting.
They even did a healer twice in a row.
Yeah.
All right then. Oh yeah, Anna was the first, wasn't she?
Yeah.
I think it's time, personally, I think, for another tank.
Yeah.
And I think it's time for another anchor tank. I would like it to be an anchor tank, and I would like the anchor tank to not have a shield. I would like an anchor tank that somehow doesn't use a shield. I don't know how they would do that, but I would like it. This guy looks kind of fast, though. Like, he's got this look, like that point on his eyebrows, how they go, like, up.
Yeah.
It looks to me like he's somebody who's supposed to be, like...
Stealthy.
I think he'll be... No.
Okay.
I think he's big, but fast.
Okay. I was thinking svelte.
You think svelte? Really? Okay. I picture him on somebody whose
picturing him,
shoulders
like-
are like this far apart. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's like his shoulder like this, and he's like kind of evil man.
I don't think he's evil.
Oh, he's totally evil man.
I think he's somewhere in between, like one of those like halfway between characters. Like he's.
Someone with a jaw that big's
He
gotta
may
be
be-
evil.
I think he's like by any means necessary type of person.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, that's what we have to go by, and his name is Sigma, which Sigma is the name is a Roman symbol. What does Sigma mean?
Alpha, Sigma, Beta.
Okay. So possibly he's at a type, like an experiment or
a Greek
something. Like
letter.
he
It's
was
like, isn't it like that one?
So if we're
Is it
going
that
by,
one?
like he could be a version of a series.
Face
of-
up close here. bit.ly/Overwatch face.
Okay.
Thank you. Sigma is the 18th letter of the Greek alphabet. Yeah, is
Okay.
it this one? That goes like chuk, chuk.
/Overwatch
Oh,
face.
Sigma looks like an E. What's this one? Omega, I think. Omega, yeah.
Apparently, oh, it's just a bit closer up here.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a little bit more detail, showing
yeah.
like what looks like
looks
eyes
like
that
he
are
has-
gone, or maybe he's squinting, or maybe
And it looks almost more like a helmet now, not hair with like a gold streak.
yeah, there is no hair. It's all helmet, and then it goes down behind him, almost like it's a thing, like potentially a spinal graft or some sort of thing.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think
brows, I love it.
Sigma refers to a series, just like alpha, beta, that type of thing, like a series of things. How we code them, and that Sigma would be the 18th in a series. So maybe he is an experiment, or like he's a
Sigma, okay.
a super soldier, maybe of some type.
When asked about Sigma on stream, Jeff said, "That's a total mystery to me." And by total mystery, I mean not one at all. This is an exciting summer for Overwatch.
Interesting.
Huh.
Whoa.
Yikes.
Cool. Art.
I don't want her to suck my dick.
I'm not gonna turn anybody down.
Really?
All right.
It's a lot of teeth.
You put like pool noodles over each one or something. What was I gonna do next? Oh, the PTR update.
Right.
Can somebody give me a Bitly for that?
The danger is exciting. Bitly dot. 2 capital S lowercase r, capital P lowercase y, capital C lowercase q. SR P Y C Q. Thank you.
Hopefully that worked. There we go. Thank you guys for being on top of things today.
So quick.
All right, so some hero updates. The roll queue, we've already heard all about that. Ash, reload time per round decreased from 0.3 seconds to 0.25. Just a tiny increase, but over the course of, she has 12 in the clip, 0.05 seconds times 12 ends up being over a half second quicker to reload her whole thing.
We should read the general stuff too. Apparently
Why?
that's...
Oh, global ultimate cost increased 12%. Holy shit. And slowing effects. Instead of stacking together, friendly and enemy slowing effects are now separate, and movement speed will be reduced by whichever is slower. That would mean that guys like Reinhardt, when he's holding his shield and he's slow as he's walking, and Mei starts sapping him with her freeze. Usually I think those two effects stack, so he's super slow until he drops his shield, and then he can walk a bit faster, but still slow because she's freezing him. Now those won't stack. Whichever is making him slower will be in effect.
Okay.
Who else is slow? Orisa when she's shooting her weapon, and...
That's exactly it.
Okay. Ash is slower when she's in her scope. I guess that means Widowmaker too. Okay. And the global ultimate increased by 12%. They said ultimates are coming too often, considering how high impact they are. We are reducing how quickly they are built, so less fights will be determined by ultimate usage. The slows change will mostly impact heroes, which can slow themselves. Okay, and that's exactly what I talked about, including Symmetra's turrets as well. Interesting.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, because a Reinhardt who has his shield up and is walking through 3 Symmetra turrets basically slows to like almost a stop.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible for him to make really good progress. Inspire for Brigitte, these are the huge amount of changes that Jeff talked about here. Inspire, healing amount increased from 100 to 130, so she's getting more healing while she's got Inspire. That's her passive, where once she does damage to a guy, she heals everybody around her for the next 7 seconds.
Okay, right.
I think it's 7. Self-healing, so now she gets
it's
half
now
as much
halved.
self-healing. That's going to make her less resilient.
Pretty big change.
Repair pack now has 3 charges. I think she had 2 before, or maybe it was just 1 before with a short cooldown. How many pack? She just had 1, and then what was the cooldown? And it says now heals over 2 seconds instead of instantly, and if you throw multiple packs at the same person, the current duration of the healing over time will be by 2 seconds.
I want to say 5 seconds?
You want to say 5 seconds? I prefer this. I think this makes her much more viable as a healer. Whip shot. Going out velocity increased From 60 to 80. This is good. I hate the whip shot as it stands. Will this make it... What is the Roadhog hook velocity? Will this finally bring it closer to Roadhog's hook? Because I always wished that the two of them were the same, so you wouldn't have to relearn lead times. You could just be like, if I know how to hook, I know how to hit with her thing.
Yeah.
Retracting time reduced from 0.6 to 0.3. Okay, that gets it back quicker too, which is also painfully slow. Barrier health reduced to 200.
Holy shit.
What's the point of her barrier even then?
From 500 to 200?
Okay. That makes the barrier almost useless, especially against guys like Hanzo.
One widow shot will break it. She basically has no shield now.
Why even have the shield?
It makes her way less tanky and more of a support.
I guess. Yeah, I guess it says get behind your tank. Barista or whatever your name is. Shield tank. Stun duration reduced from 0.9 to point. So they're reducing her stun. This is all encouraging you to not go out and be a DPS Brigitte.
Right.
Rally ultimate cost increased in addition to the one that was before. So now she has a 22%. She's going to get her ultimate almost 22%, almost a quarter less of the time. She'll get an ultimate during a match. So if she got 5 ultimates before, she's going to get 4 per round now.
They were saying that she like always had her ult. Okay. Basically.
Not when I played her. Doomfist melee. Quick melee no longer pauses the ammo reload. Huh, I'm surprised it did before. Hanzo, storm arrows, reduced from 6 to 5. Good, because that fucking shit was insane.
Yeah.
Alright, awesome. There's nothing, like, I need to see a cartoon that parodies Hanzo and his storm arrows, where, like, I've seen an amazing parody where Hanzo, mourning the loss of his brother Genji, shoots an arrow into the sky, and then it zooms out to an establishing shot, and it's a tree shooting into the sky, because that's the joke, is that his fucking arrows are so big, it's like he's shooting tree trunks, they hit everything. And then, like, I want to see a parody where he does the same with, like, 6 rapid-fire tree chunks. It's so ridiculous.
He was like a shield buster with
them? He's like, playing against a fucking Hanzo is like, watching him just, like, scatter them like he's, like, I don't know.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, somebody knocked something down. We got cats. Moira Fade. Can now be almost stunned! Yes! Yes! I love Moira, and that is huge. Oh, yes.
They're excited for you to read that one.
Oh, that's so huge. Moira has always been good at healing and dealing damage, but she very often little utility compared to the other healers. This change reinforces her evasive nature and allows her to potentially save her team after a Reinhardt shatter, or say, like, she's not gonna, like, go down to a stupid ass fucking McCree anymore, or what else will this affect? She can already wraith while in a Junkrat trap, although she doesn't get to move away from it. I still think she should move away from the trap when she wraiths. Isn't that how it works? Shield bash.
Want me to repost the list of all the stuns?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, list of stuns Moira can avoid. McCree, Flashbang, Reinhardt, Earthshatter, Roadhog, Hook, Brigitte, Shield Bash, Reinhardt Charge, and a Sleep Dart, Doomfist Punch.
So,
thanks, Acid Silver.
As a mediocre... As a mediocre... Sleep Dart. Awesome. Roadhog. Not that good. But every so often, I found... like, and because I'm not that good... like most of you try to play him every so often, you've probably found that he can't do the one-shot kill combo anymore. If you go online, everybody will tell you, they'll be like, yes, you just got to get good. I find it so damn inconsistent, but the one character I felt I could do it to over and over was Moira. I don't know what it was, but I could always kill her when I hooked her.
Really?
There's something about her frame, her hitbox, I was always killing her instant, like it was guaranteed. But, it shouldn't be, right? Like, her whole point of her character is to be slippery. She shouldn't be able to get caught in the first place. Awesome. Orisa, protective barrier, cooldown from 8 to 9 seconds. You know what? I'm like, she's probably my most played character, one of my most played characters. after I gave up on Soldier a while ago because I've played him too much. Mm-hmm. And I agree, it needs to be decreased a bit. Moira shields, Orisa's shield spam is a bit negative to the game, especially in pubs where people just refuse to ever leave behind it. They just it's just all about just shield, shoot it down, shield. I think a small decrease is okay. And she just got buffs recently that really helped her with her movement speed while shooting and stuff, which I liked. New passive, Steadfast, reduces knockback effects by 30%. Sure, makes sense for him. It'll let less of those fucking crazy-ass Lucios who, jump behind. You'll see ones, especially on the Greek map, Ilios, on the pit.
Yeah.
Go along that lighthouse side and jump behind the team, get right in the enemy team and try to boop the Reinhardt over the edge.
Right.
This giant man just goes flying like he was like an inflated balloon. And it doesn't make a lot of sense. It should affect, I would say...
No more Reinhardt pinball.
I would go so far as to say this should be an effect for all the tanks, in my opinion. And I thought it actually already was. I already thought the Diva gets knocked back less than any other tank. I might be wrong, it might be just a perception thing, but I always thought that when she's in her mech, she never got knocked very far. Sombra hack. Duration on enemy players reduced from 6 to 5. Okay. I can't say one way or other what I feel about that. I don't feel like I've felt overly hacked by her, nor do I play enough of her to have an opinion. Activation time increased from 0.5. Small increase there, so you'll be able to kill her potentially when she's doing her ult. A little bit more likely to be able to kill her before she gets it off, or hook her, or whatever.
It's crazy, how small these changes are.
Yeah.
0.5 seconds to 0.65 seconds.
And then they'll watch the Diva and Orisa's movement reduction while firing made knockback work properly. They fixed that. Oh, that's why I perceive
Not work properly.
That's why I perceive it like that. Okay,
Yeah.
So that's what it was. Probably in the very short time that I played a little bit of Lucio, that's probably when the that was happening then. And that's why I probably thought that. All right, teleporter for Symmetra now lasts an infinite duration. That's awesome. That's what I said. That's what I said should happen, and they did it. That's exactly what I said should happen.
They probably watched the show.
Because, yeah, I bet they do. Because I remember thinking, I was just saying, all the time when I'm playing Overwatch, I like to think of changes that would not hurt the game. I'm like, how would her teleporter lasting forever? I said the same thing for Sombra's telelocator, they call it.
Yeah.
The thing that zooms her back. I always said that should last forever.
Yeah, totally. Because then you have to think about it too. You have to think oh shit, it's been a while since I dropped it, or...
The translocator, I always said that there's no way you can tell me the translocator lasting forever would make her overpowered, would hurt the game, would make people complain about her. It would just make her quality of life as a character to play much better. And this is going to make her, imagine now as a Symmetra on, I'm going to say Anubis. Second point of Anubis, that's the Egyptian map.
Right.
And through that gate, imagine Symmetra setting up a teleporter to the top right with that little tiny area, that little circular, there's a little spot where people can be above the gate on the top right that the enemy team can't see until they come through. Imagine putting that right up there. The team's coming in at you, Reinhardt coming forward with his shield, walking across that bridge. Your whole team's holding up their Reinhardt shield, trying to whittle that away. Suddenly they get to the point, your whole team zooms through the teleporter to the behind them and starts running behind them, shooting at them. So they're through.
That would be pretty good.
And so the same thing could happen on, less likely, but could also happen on Volskaya on the second point. As they come through that pinch, then all of a sudden your team goes up to that top part.
Right.
And then comes in behind them to sort of do a pincher attack.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Players can destroy the teleporter, of course, yeah, and this is why it's not a big deal, because you can destroy the teleporter. So if she did put it in a bad spot or a place that is too exploitive of the gameplay, then destroy it if it's hurting your team. Keep your head up. It's a very loud device as well. It's easy to destroy if you know that it's easy to know where it is. Cooldown starts when the teleporter is destroyed, so it's not like she can rapid fire them.
Right.
Cooldown increased from 12 to 15 seconds. Okay. Maximum range increased by 5 meters.
25 meters.
Teleporter breaks if the entrance is more than 40 meters from the exit. This is
Oh,
probably,
okay.
I'm going to say, because of things like if she placed it on a moving platform, they don't want the teleporter to be able to move around way far away.
Okay.
Teleporter reuse time increased from 1 second. So you can't spam back and forth through the teleporter as fast. A lot of Symmetras would do that. They would just use it for themselves. They would like go through, shoot at the guy and then they like zoom back as soon as there's trouble, and then zoom back again when she has a bubble, like or when the ball's charged up, zoom back through it, shoot the bubble, zoom back through it.
Right.
Cool. Tracer, Pulse Bomb, increased a little bit. Still not enough. It used to do 400. Now they've split the difference between it. She used to be so effective at taking down a rogue Bastion, like when in a pub when your team can't answer the Bastion, she could go in there and fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
She can't anymore. Pulse Bomb reduced in power some time ago, make sure it was not overly punishing to tanks, which are much easier to stick the bomb to. Who gives a shit? That's the point. That's the part of the tank. The team should like make sure they kill the Tracer who's coming in to do it.
Right.
Before she can. Whatever. Anyways, while this is still a goal, we're restoring some of its lost power to deal with the hefty targets such as Bastion. Okay. Minefield. Increased projectile speed from 10 to 13, causing mines to spread out more. This makes it easier to create a wider minefield, especially from high in the air. Reduced activation time. Oh, wow. His activation time, so the mines that he puts out in that big field will start exploding twice as fast.
Okay,
Usually,
so that's what it's saying.
He drops
Reduced
them.
activation time? That part?
Yeah, he drops them, they sit there on the ground for a second, then they raise up, and then they activate, and then they start exploding. So it gives everybody enough time to get out of it.
Okay.
And everybody got out of it every fucking time. It had to be, like, for it to work well, you had to wait till the middle of a firefight where the two teams are really going at it, and then put it exactly in the spot where they have no choice but to retreat to if the fight is going poorly for them. So you have to rely on a couple things, like the fight to go poorly for the team that you're deploying it on, which is a win more situation anyways, right? It was rare that this was an effective ult, and I'm glad that they're making it better.
Cool.
And they've increased it from 10 to 13 projectile speed so that it will be easier to create a wide minefield when it's high in the... Okay, that's good too. That's fun. Awesome. All right. And then some bugs fixes. You know, since I've been right on a few predictions of what they should do, I'm going to say one more, and this is to do with one of my favorite characters, Torb. Let him destroy his own turret while it's firing at somebody without incurring the maximum cooldown time. Right now, if you destroy your turret that is currently firing at someone, it will have a cooldown as though someone destroyed it.
Okay.
When someone destroys Torb's turret, when he destroys it himself, I think it's a 2-second or maybe it's a 4-second cooldown till he can place a new one. When he decides, I don't want it there anymore, I'll place a new one. If someone destroys it, it's 10-second cooldown, which is huge. That means he can't use it basically for halfway into this fight that's about to happen.
Yeah.
So it rewards the team for noticing the turret, dealing with the turret. That's a good change, I guess. But the point is, what sucks is like if Torb has it in a spot and then it like some fucking tracer went by it, you can't destroy it for another like 4 seconds without incurring that maximum penalty. It's like, as a Torb, you're just like, okay, I don't want it there anymore. Yeah, it shot at somebody recently. I don't want it to shoot any people anymore. I want to move it. That sucks.
Have the cooldown based on the turret's health too.
Yeah, sure, that would be great too. Right now, I don't think anybody would tell you that Torb is OP, and that right now, I liked the changes that they did to his ult. I like his new ult, and I like the changes that they did to his fire and the way that he shoots, and his new like charge up and have extra armor thing. I think all that's good. It just, right now, it feels crappy to do turrets. Turrets feel wrong to me. It's just not a good feeling as it used to be. Like, I thought turrets used to feel like a more fluid thing.
Yet they nerfed him last update.
Yeah, they did. And then they also, they still have him nerfed in console where he does 25% less damage.
They want you to predict Speedo Roadhog skin.
Okay.
Use your powers for good.
I'm now predicting Speedo Roadhog skin too.
Wow.
All right, guys. That's
a lot of stuff.
That
That's
was
a lot
of
of
stuff
changes.
to get through. I'm glad we did an Overwatch show today. Hope you Overwatch nerds really soaked all that in and enjoyed it. I'm just gonna play a bit of Overwatch. Becky might want to stick around and just chat with you since she hasn't seen you in a while.
Sure. I'm just bleeding,
You're bleeding
a little bit.
Why?
Oh no.
You have a scab because of what?
I don't know. I just got it.
You get lots of injuries when you're home.
Sorry, guys.
I'm just gonna jump into some
I'm gonna try to hide it.
competitive here.
Bug bites, probably.
Could be a bug bite.
Who knows? So
Becky's
you're gonna play a little bit?
playing a little bit? Or do you want to play a little bit?
No.
Oh. I've been trying to convince Becky to get back in and just play and do another one of those shows where I want to get better as a coach. I want to not, like, I think my biggest...
But I don't know any buttons.
Well, that you'd have to do off show first
Exactly.
and get familiar with the buttons again.
Yeah.
But then just, I think everybody'd love to see you play and just how you do things. Only assholes are gonna like be like, oh, you fucking suck or something. Like, and that's just the nature
our
of
mic
the...
is on.
Oops. One guy left.
Build 'em up, break 'em down.
That's just the nature of fucking gaming and idiots. But I think a lot of people would like to see how you play in your like
I don't want to talk about
high bronze, silver level-ish area.
Attack commences.
Do you think
And
I'm
I think
high
it's
bronze?
fun. I think it's really impressive sometimes how good you can be. Every so often you have these flashes of like potential to like get really good, I think.
an acting sage.
Oh, you're funny.
I do. Sometimes I watch you play like, you know, soldier and I'm like, you've got decent like wherewithal about some things.
Yeah. Is it good for our relationship though?
I think I could get better. Like, I think my main problem as when I was trying to give you advice was I gave you too much advice at once. Way too much. Like, I was giving you, you were just trying to like get down 1 point before I was giving you another one.
Yeah. Yes, Gravel said we still do turbo custom matches.
Yeah, you might like those if you like to be friendly. I'd say the only downside to those is that there's no matchmaking, so there's no skill.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no skill evening or like matching. And so Becky's gonna be one of the worst players among a lot of you that are like master level. So that's not fun for her.
We always try to pick balanced teams. I did used to play Junkrat a lot, and I really, really like Soldier, Pharah. I like playing as... Uh-oh.
See, you can't destroy your turret while it's deployed and shooting at somebody. You just can't destroy it. Or you can, but you can't place a new one. That's what it is. I keep on spamming place, which, so here, watch, I'll show you. Place a turret, wait 5 seconds, place a new turret. It destroys the old one automatically, places a new one. But if it's firing at someone, you have to destroy turret, and the cooldown instead of 5 seconds will be 12.
Oh.
If it was shooting at someone.
Yeah.
Why are you punished for a turret that was shooting at someone?
Nice work,
I think it would be so much more fun to play Torbjorn if you can destroy a turret that was shooting at somebody, wait 5 seconds, place a new one, so you're constantly like switching it up.
They think it's 10 if it was shooting.
Okay, fine, but it still sucks.
Is the game audio, they think the game audio is a little loud. Is it different for them than it is for us?
It might be a little loud. I can't really change it now. Unless it was over my headphones, then I'd be able to change it. I'd have to stop.
I swear it seems like they increased the volume on sound effects. I noticed it yesterday when I was playing.
That's a possibility. There's been a few times where they've made sound changes without updating anybody on them.
Yeah.
Like when they changed the sound of footsteps.
Yeah, me too, Mr. Blow. I've been out for so long, I'm gonna be so lost. Ratty's liking the subtitles.
mic's down. I better get out of here, I think. I'm in trouble. Yikes. Just quietly leave. Oh, fuck you, Farrah.
Let's work together, team.
Rests idle.
I love playing Dora.
EMP charge.
I used to like playing a lot of
You can
Dora.
talk about anything now, Becky, if you want. I don't care if it's about Overwatch.
Oh.
Get behind
I don't know. How was the trip? It was lovely. I was saying before I didn't have data on my phone and their internet is atrocious. Like almost like having no internet. I don't know how they live with it. I spent
I've got, look at my
3
golds.
golds.
Yeah, that's
Oh, you
typically
guys
what
can't
happens when
see.
I play Torb.
Healing enough.
I think that was a really good ultimate.
On their end?
On my end, I thought that I did a good ultimate, but like, I think something came of it, kind of.
Yeah. I am reading the book Gulp by Mary Rose,
I was wondering whether he saw me or not.
which is very good. It's all about like the science of chewing and eating and swallowing and your stomach. I watched some movies. I watched Aladdin at the drive-in with my family and Toy Story 4. I watched it without Fraser because my family was going and I couldn't not go.
Supercharger is ready to be
It
deployed.
was good.
Why we
And I watched did I say Christopher Robin? Incredible.
Special attack.
Milk from like a few years ago. About Harvey Milk. Right? I know I didn't watch the third one yet. I'll have to watch it. I don't feel like I was incredibly lost. There were some new characters that I was like, I feel like I should know. Milk. Like,
Back to the drawing board.
not like milk, like, you know. Yeah, I liked Toy Story 4, but it was like we were getting eaten alive by mosquitoes and I couldn't really hear. We didn't have the audio on in our car, so we were listening to it from other cars. So
Seriously?
yeah, it wasn't really ideal, you know, situation.
Sounds like
You would have hated it. It was so fun.
the type of thing that happens.
I love it. My family just like, it's fine. Go with the flow.
And I would have a very hard time being fine with it.
Yeah,
If it's a movie,
yeah. So I would definitely be willing to watch it again with you. I'll remember things, but and then I was like running to the washroom and stuff. A coyote just like walked right through when we were eating, like popcorn outside, watching the movie. He's just like,
We're almost out of time.
I think Toy Story 4 was the weakest. I went to Canada's Wonderland.
I just did an epic fucking ult. Took out 2 of them by myself.
Wow, look at all that gold.
Yeah, I'm trying to carry this team and it's not working. All right, I'm gonna fix the audio bit.
Does that feel better?
It's not done yet.
Select
Oh.
your hero.
I don't think I cried at Toy Story 4. I can't even think of a to cry. I'm a heartless bitch. You got cake today, Melly. Are we gonna watch any trailers today?
No.
You heard it here. Did you get scratched on your face?
Maybe. Hero does that all the time. We'll watch trailers on another day. We'll do a show and trailer.
Cause you're 1 year older, Melly? Happy Melly Day!
All right.
That's so exciting. I assume you're gonna watch them after SDCC,
Attackers incoming in 30
The
seconds.
fuck is SDCC?
San Diego
Oh,
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con. When is Comic-Con? I guess if we're gonna do a show and trailer, it makes sense to do it.
Hello.
Why are they mad at you? Why are they so mad?
You should try my meatballs. You should try
Aw, Diva likes me.
Thanks, Diva.
try my
God damn.
One. Attackers incoming.
What they like to see. Should I screenshot
Yeah,
the stats
seriously.
and send it to all of them? I actually saw a guy do that to me once.
Really?
Yeah, when I was what'd I do? I just punched him a few times. He was a DPS.
Uh-huh.
Wait, no, I was justified. I don't know what it was. It wasn't like a DPS not doing enough damage. It was something else. I'm trying to remember what it was.
But he took a picture of.
His stats and sent it to me.
Were they good?
Yeah, but he was supposed to be doing something else. I don't know. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I thought that the Bastion wasn't on the card anymore. What was that?
I've noticed from your games that Japanese players are a lot more passive aggressive by punching your character instead of just talking shit or shit
Well,
talking.
yeah, they're never on comms. Japanese players tend not to be.
You're a good team
They don't have any
player.
flankers, right? So we don't have to worry about flanking.
The payload has reached the chip.
To anyone with PlayStation Plus that may have missed it, Detroit is free this month.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Damn!
Jesus, man.
That's awesome. Thanks for the heads up, Dusty.
I have your back.
When there are no flankers, that's where I put a turret, is in a place where the team will be more focused on us than they will be on the turret as they pass it. I don't think that's a good spot though. I think it's a little too close.
Whoa.
The reason, so the Bastion, this sort of cheesy ass fucking, oh my god, our Bastion can't even, okay, well she is ulting. The reason this cheesy ass lame ass strategy of having a Bastion sitting on a cart with a shield and just walking around is because in pubs nobody jumps on and deals with the Bastion in a coordinated way.
Right.
That's why it's so hard to deal with. In a team, a composed team scenario where everybody's talking to each other and working together, you simply all jump on them at once, and the Bastion's the first to die. It's easy. In pubs, it's ugh. See, now at least he shouldn't be able to get back on. That's the key. And if they stay as him, then they're going super cheese. And when strategies like that are effective, I get super mad. It's like, how did he get back on?
Enemy contact.
Sneaky Tor. Oh, thanks,
Oh,
Diva.
you son of
That's
a
alright,
bitch.
she's the tank, she deserves it.
Okay. Nice.
Well, I guess I am the guy carrying the team, so why not? Solo Alpha Tor.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Helden sterben nicht.
Using the ult to get there a little faster, because you walk faster while you're using this.
Huh.
I gave it all I got, guys. So, I just want to tell, I guess, a couple public service announcements here.
PSAs.
If you're watching this show and you're not currently signed up to the Turbo 2, you should, because in the future you won't be allowed to join the chat. It'll be the way that we do Turbo logins in the future. It's the system in which we'll be using for you to get in here. So sign up to it. Somebody will post the bit.ly link for you to go request it, and it's our own
And
private
I will
Twitter.
email you shortly.
If you enjoy hanging
you,
out,
Grabble.
a lot of people are enjoying it, just sharing video game stuff, but also
It's
their pets
Twitter.
and their food. It's just
Right
random
now,
shit.
we're currently doing this kind of cool handwriting thing where It was Dumpling's idea, and I posted it. You write the letters in capital and lowercase, and then a sentence, and you can see other people's handwriting. I think it's
fun.
very interesting. You should do it.
Oh man.
You should do it. You totally should.
These
Razor
are
writes all
things
his letters backwards.
A Flash don't do is things like that.
He doesn't do stuff like that. It's true.
I'm a real stick in the mud.
Yeah, he's no fun.
Yeah, I'm no fun.
I played lots of board games while I was home. I played
that's
lots
awesome.
of euchre. My family loves euchre. We played that, and we played Kings, and we played Ticket to Ride, and we played Clue. I had never played Clue before. I'm from a board game playing family, and I had never played Clue.
Well, Clue is a terrible game.
No, it was fun.
It's pretty bad.
No, it was totally decent. My 6-year-old nephew could play it with us. And
It's like Monopoly.
no,
it's
it's
like
not.
bad.
No, Monopoly's the fucking worst.
Monopoly is one of the worst games ever made.
We don't stick the dealer when we play euchre. Generally, sometimes we do. This time we didn't stick the dealer.
Out of all the classic games that like are classic mainstays, Scrabble's probably the best,
Scrapples.
objectively the best game.
Babe, I want board games. We should play board games.
We should make board games into a show.
Yeah. Clue is a terrible game. Boggle's good. I love Boggle too.
Boggle's alright, I guess.
I got a pedicure with my goddaughter and my sister. You like my pedicure?
Yes, it's very nice. Boggle
Thank you.
is very quiet though. It's kind of like, as much as I love categories, it's too quiet for too long. It's like
is.
really kind of like, it's not.
It's
it doesn't
true.
feel like an interactive, fun time. It's just like,
It's bursts of interactivity, right?
Yeah,
Because when
there's a
you're
short
reading through the
time
thing,
where-
that's fun.
right. The categories would also be good if there was more sheets. I guess if you create your own custom sheet, but then the person who created it can't really play as much.
Yeah, I
But-
did that once. I just made our Scrabble game because I didn't want to,
Your category game?
or category because I
'Cause,
didn't
yeah.
want to buy it. I didn't want to spend all that money.
Oh, you made your.
Yeah,
That's funny.
whenever
yeah,
we
you
lived
could
in
make your own, I
Vancouver.
guess. But I
Yeah.
mean, like, there should be ones online, like you can download new ones with new topics, because often it's always the same answer for so many of them, and
Yeah, that's true.
like I've had this before with F because I play this game so much or
Yeah.
something. It's like I'll just like.
I've never played Risk. Pictionary, Pictionary's okay. I used to play a lot of Yahtzee.
One other thing is, if you go to my Twitter right now, all of you guys, whether you're Hearthstone players or not, you guys might know that I'm doing a run right now where I'm playing through. I actually might follow this with a little bit of Hearthstone because I have today's achievement to do.
Oh.
Where I'm doing a free only account. It's a lot of fun because every pack means so much. I asked Twitter if I should do the welcome bundle, 10 packs for $6, which is an insane deal, and they said no by a small margin. So if you're one of the ones who voted no, then then what you should do is help me earn free packs by accepting my recruit link. And I think the first person who reaches level 20 gives me like this special Murloc hero, which is fun. But the 4 after that give me a free pack, 4 free packs. You also get a free pack for using the link, I think, regardless of who. You get a free pack, period. As long as you've never been, I think, if you've never been recruited before. So even if you have an account already, as long as you've never been recruited or used up one of these recruit links, you get a free pack. Which means, technically, I could be recruited.
What's wrong?
That means somebody needs to recruit me. Somebody needs to post, as a reply to that tweet, post a recruit link. First person to, yeah, go ahead, Melly, post my recruit link in there. The one that the second
Thanks,
one I
Melly.
posted. The first one I posted was for American servers, which I don't want you to be recruited to because that I already
help.
have tons of packs over there. So there's the recruit link. But regardless of it, like if you're after the 4 people that help me, like you'll also, I think, automatically get added to my friends list. Maybe, I'm not sure how it works. But this means that if somebody posts their recruit link as a reply to that tweet, I'll click it and become one of your recruits, and I'll get a free pack.
Wow! Right?
Nuya on Twitter says, I'm getting started on this now. It's been a lot of fun playing this way because, like, every legendary you get, which I've gotten like 5 of now, is like, it's like, I have to build a deck around this because this is my best card. It's like being a kid again.
Yeah.
You're
Aw.
like, this is the best card I have in my collection. How do I change my entire Hearthstone career to make this card my centerpiece? It's so much fun.
That's cool.
Playing with a limited amount of collection.
Do you need an Asia recruit link or what?
Yeah, I need an Asia recruit link. So to do that, you have to go into an Asian. You have to switch region to Asia, and then generate the recruit link from when you're logged in through the Asia side. It can be that you don't have to create a new account. You just have to switch to the Asia region, then go into Hearthstone, then go to the friends list, then say recruits. Click it, then say generate recruit link from within there. That link is the one that I'll be able to use to. I didn't even think about that. I get a free pack. It's really revitalized the game for me.
Cool, that's great. Because I know you adored that game.
It's a better game than the Magic game.
On my Twitter picture, it's Lake Huron. It's like the beach I grew up beside. Like you could walk to it, bike to it. Walking took a while, but we could bike to it easy in like 10 minutes. I'm currently in a love-hate relationship with Hearthstone. I switched to Asian region and it started me over.
Oh, yeah. It's not started over permanently. You can switch back to America and you get you go back to your old account. It's that each region has its own set of cards and ranking. Like, you can swap between them at any time. It's just that you don't get to share your account data, which is a good thing because that's what I wanted out of it.
Yeah, you didn't want your grandfather data from
I didn't want all my
Canada.
collection because I got so many cards I don't even know where to start on it.
Yeah.
And it's not fun because it's like Jeff just said, a great man once said that creativity is Shakespeare.
Yeah.
And
And you gotta shake it up sometimes.
If you make your video games a sonnet, then your penultimate entendre will be your
throbbing.
Part of your throbbing member that makes all the boys come to the yard.
Right. Gotcha. Is there any advice you can give to new players on Hearthstone?
Oh, there's so much, but like I would say just go in and have some fun, like, you know. The game does such a great job at tutorializing you. It's go in and play the computer. The practice mode is so much fun. Like I would have given to have a computer play with me when I was a kid. Like just to be able to have an opponent like that, let alone humans on the other side of the world doing it. And then the dungeon runs, the solo adventures are a lot of fun and a lot of them are free. Tavern brawls are free and super fun. That's, I think, what a lot of people don't realize. You can go in and not be playing competitively and be playing a really fun game that isn't Candy Crush, goddamn. Like, I know you guys I'm preaching to the choir here, but I wish that, I wish that more people would go and play those mind-numbingly stupid games like Candy Crush Saga that you see on the airplane. Like, these same grandmothers and soccer moms playing on the airplane could be playing Hearthstone and loving it.
Yeah.
Play a game that takes a bit more brain power.
That's not what they want.
But it has the same, Hearthstone takes more brain power, but you can still go on autopilot and just have that visceral feeling of like sound effect and things happen and bam, and like, it's so much fun.
Fire at will!
The Tavern Brawl right now is a full solo adventure.
Yeah, the Tavern Brawl is so much fun as a solo thing and you earn stuff from it too. Like you can, and then like, you know, open your packs, look at your packs, and maybe like if you really feel like it, you'll start to play a bit competitively. And it's got, you know, it's got Blizzard's patented, built-in, amazing matchmaking that they are so good at. So like the ladder, you'll be matched with, I think there's a hidden MMR ranking too. So like your skill level, you'll be playing people who are your skill level and might have like as good a cards as you. So you should always be winning half the time. If the system's working, you should be winning at least half the time. So you don't feel like you're just always the worst player in the world, even if you're a noob.
You guys, when I was home, I went with my bestest friend, cousin, and my other cousin and a friend to Canada's Wonderland. Canada's Wonderland is so great. I swear it's better than Disney. Maybe not better than Universal, but I think maybe it's better than Universal. I've only half been to Universal.
Once again, I've got the most damage.
I went on a new ride called the Yukon Stryker, and it is, I'm just looking at the information here. It is the world's tallest, longest, and fastest dive coaster in the world. It has 4 inversions and a drop length of 245 feet, and it set the world record among dive coaster models. And it was so insanely exciting. The vertical angle you go down is 90 degrees. It was so good. Oh my god. I loved it. Yeah, I put the pictures on. I got to the top and my hands were like sweating. I could see like the CN Tower in the distance, and I was like, the regrets were so big. My feet were sweating too.
I hate that feeling in your stomach as
I
it starts to drop.
Oh, and they go over, and it's only 3 cars long, and they hold you there.
It's funny
And then
how
drop you.
everything in your body just screams this should not be happening.
Yeah, I wasn't sure I could do roller coasters anymore because I gray out a little bit when I go on roller coasters. I go upside down, but I think that's fun. And I ended up doing like Behemoth twice, Leviathan twice, Yukon Stryker twice, and then the old wooden roller coasters in Drop Zone. Oh my god, it was so fun. And I ate so much cheese. Like puts in grilled cheese, mac and cheese, a cheeseburger, and then I finished the day off with like a funnel cake with ice cream and strawberries.
Soldier 76 online.
Our team needs to flank and get these guys over here. These, the Hanzo and the and what's his name are getting to do whatever they want. I can't be the one to do it, can I?
Oh, you work at Universal? Fun.
We need a team that knows that we need to do this. We need like tanks or something. I'm just gonna try to be the Tord that does it. This is crazy, but that's what I'm gonna do.
I guess they didn't have enough.
Yukon Stryker is now the world's tallest coaster. It just opened this year.
They both would have been dead if they weren't fucking healing each other. I almost fucking took out both of them.
Babe,
What?
can we go to Universal
Yes, definitely.
in Osaka? Because I rediscovered my love for roller coasters. Like they are the
I love them
shit.
too.
I didn't go on the bat. Fraser and I fell in love on the bat at Canada's.
Did you hear about the look at this. They don't seem to realize that they have to go take these guys out. Fucking get in there! What is wrong with you? Why are you standing there? All right. But why do they like? Why?
There's work to be done.
And this is our DPS. Yeah, that's good.
I took
stuff.
pictures for guests and
Fucking
held
worthless.
the raptor in the Jurassic Park ride. Aww. Okay, and we also learned because Yukon Stryker was closed down, like as we got to the front, there was an issue with it, and so they had to do like test rounds. So we were just chatting with the attendant, like this cute little dude in his early 20s, and he said that
A kid died once.
No, he said that whenever you work at Canada's Wonderland, you're usually assigned to 3 rides, and at the beginning of the day, you have to test the rides. So you definitely have to ride them, yeah. And his was that one you have to pay extra for. It's like bungee jumping.
Wait, why should he test it? Why should the employees be tested?
Because somebody has to test them.
Run it empty.
You have to run them with people in it to make sure everything works. I don't know.
There should be other protocols than
Yeah, man.
put a human in it to see if it's okay.
It's fine, it's an employee. But anyways, so his was like the bungee jumping one, and we were like, oh my god, that hung over
Oh my god, that'd be horrible. Wow.
They serve beer at Canada's Wonderland now.
It's about fucking time.
Yeah, they just got licensed like a few years ago.
Jesus. Did you get any?
No.
Yeah, too expensive. Probably like $8 a beer or something.
$18 for 2.
Oh, $9 beers, and they're probably not big either.
They were like tall boys, so like
maybe a can and a half.
Yeah.
Probably not. Probably more like a
Dude,
can.
that's one thing that blew my mind is how much they fucking gouge you. Japan's great for that.
That is one of the best things about Japan. You'll go into a place and you're like, oh, well, this is probably gonna go. What?
Yeah.
Do you not like money? Because
Yeah.
don't you realize I have to pay you right now for this thing because I'm trapped in your establishment, like a stadium, everything from baseball stadiums to like.
You can bring food into Blue Jays games now too.
Food, but not beer.
You can bring drinks in. I don't know about
You can take beer in.
Yeah.
To
games.
I'm
in
surprised they
Japan.
allowed food. Rogers of all companies allowed that. I'm surprised.
I know. The people beside us had like a full-on meal. Oh my gosh, so I got to go to a Blue Jays game with the tickets from my cousin who's scouting director for the Blue Jays. So we had really good seats. I went with my mom and my dad and my nephew who's 13, and he had never been on a subway. He had never seen the CN Tower up close, and he had never been
That's
to a
fun.
Blue Jays game. So we got to like do all that stuff with him, and we got great seats, and we got a George Bell t-shirt, like a free Blue Jays t-shirt, which might fit you. It's like a friggin' extra large, so
Oh yeah.
it'll
I
be
haven't
a bit
seen
too big.
that yet.
No, I haven't even unpacked yet. So that was fun.
I'm gonna become a better Lucio now because you get a separate ranking for healers.
Oh, okay.
And I don't like Baptiste. So if I'm playing healer and I'm stuck on healer and I feel our team isn't shooting guys enough, then I will switch to Lucio and we'll see if I can do good as him.
Oh.
I don't like Baptiste that much, so I probably wouldn't change to Baptiste.
Did you have any fun?
Yes, playing Hearthstone,
That's true. That's good.
losing weight.
Yes. I didn't recognize Fraser. He is so
I lost 4 pounds since you last saw me.
That's crazy. I probably gained 4 pounds because I ate all the cheese. I had pizza 3 days in a row. Crash Miss Becky a lot. I used to really like playing Lucio as well.
I'm actually kind of enjoying that. The thing that I don't like about playing Lucio is that my finger gets hurt because I'm jumping so much and I'm pushing this so hard and awkwardly. You jump so much and I might have to rebind it to like my song switch button instead.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's
maybe
gonna
that
fuck you
should be
up.
hopping. I should do it sooner than later.
So Fraser-san, I heard there's a new Switch something.
Yeah, it's stupid. But we'll probably play like trailers of it. I'm sure Nintendo's released a commercial which we can discuss it on show and trailer.
Okay.
I just don't see a point of it.
Okay.
But didn't get there in time for my Rhine. Oh,
Went to a Dave Matthews fan concert last Wednesday at Budweiser stage, and a 455 milliliter can of Mill Street cost $13.50. A Bud Light Tall Boy was $16.50.
That's disgusting, man. Oh, it's so gross. And don't they realize that if they like reduce the price, it would probably put up the sales, the amount that you reduce the price, and make everybody happy?
Yeah.
And that would probably increase ticket sales because they know that there's like adequately priced shit.
That's craziness.
Team up for special attack.
I'm out healing the Anna, which says something about the Anna. She's on fire though.
Had only 2 beers that night. Like, how much would you would have had if they were like $5? Probably more than what you spent already. It was an amazing show, though. That's good. I used to like Big Mac and cheese. The thing that killed me going home, though, was seeing so many English books that I couldn't buy. I didn't like bring a carry-on, or I only brought carry-on luggage, so I couldn't buy books or even borrow them really from my family.
Contact.
Oh, it was so painful. I want to get a Kindle again, though. Like, handheld Kindle.
I used a lot of oats right there.
I spent a lot of time at the pool, and I got to go to the beach a few times. This one day, like, our family's crazy. It's so big. This one day, we just were like, how many people are here? And we looked around and counted, and there were 25 people at the house. 25 people at the house.
20
just
fucking 5 people?
And it was just like a day. We were like,
That's like a baseball team
that's, yeah,
with a bullpen
yeah,
and utility players.
yes. And that's what, like,
The 25-man roster right there.
yeah, that's what home is like. It's just like so many people, kids everywhere. Yeah. I got to see my mom and dad's new house, which was exciting.
Yeah,
it's just getting
did
built.
you like it?
We're moving out of the house they built and lived in for the last 48 years, so it's the first time moving, basically. It's great. It's very nice. And there's a big, the whole basement is a crafting area for my mom, and she's gonna put sewing machines. She's not gonna finish it, so like the kids can paint all over the ceilings and floors and walls, and she can
Whoa.
just have like paint parties where you splatter paint, and
Paint party.
it sounds amazing.
I hate it.
Oh my god, it sounds like
Good
heaven.
for her, though.
Yeah.
Lucio Mains critiqued my play. I don't know how to play Lucio anymore. I only played him a long time ago. Sounds like she had a lot of fun.
It did have a lot of
I
Except my 6-year-old nephew was like heartbroken the night before I left.
Oh, okay. Well, I was heartbroken because I was here alone. So, what the fuck?
Fraser was heartbroken too. You smell so good.
Thanks.
Why does this guy smell so good?
Thanks.
Yeah. But it's okay. He's my little buddy. I'll send him emails with my bit emoji that he made me download. And now I'm slightly obsessed with.
Bitmoji, but
You weren't alone, you had them.
it's true.
They think that we should date and get a room. What do you think?
It sounds expensive. Dating.
It does. Let's just be married instead.
Yeah. And never leave the house.
Okay. I got to see Fraser's family, and that was fun. I organized his dad's like baseball, hockey, football, soccer cards. He brought them out, and I was like looking at them, and I was like, I can't even handle them. I need to organize these right now.
I'm hitting a lot of heads. It is fucking Lucio.
Hammering into Miss Fable during his comp match?
Somebody die with me. Okay, we won the match. I was the only one who died. That's fucking bullshit.
Move to the beat. Back in the mirror.
Get a fucking pharmacy.
They do?
Who died? we lost our. She ulted our. Orisa. I better show Orisa back up to the front.
The tweet Fraser posted of him playing Hearthstone shows how much he missed me. And I couldn't even watch it until I got home because my family had it. But I didn't. So Cam was Miss Fable teabagging. She doesn't remember playing against you, so we'll get to hear like the real Miss Fable.
Yeah, right?
That she's teabagged. Oh no! There was total chat withdrawal. Like, it was so weird being there. It's like in such a family bubble. Like everything's family, and there's no outside world going on at all.
Yeah. Anybody talk about Trudeau?
So, my best friend cousin, who lived in Vancouver, like close to us in Vancouver, during election time, Fraser was saying like, don't vote for Trudeau. And she was like, who else? I don't have anyone else to vote for. Now she's like, oh.
Who is this?
My best friend cousin.
Oh, she's realizing now.
Yeah, she was like, whoa.
Yeah, he's a real piece of shit.
Yeah.
But I guess that's not for this show. Even though barely any of you are Canadians, so the politics won't matter to you.
Oh my god, I picture Fraser around Becky's family smiling uncomfortably like he's trapped in a cult.
Well, I just told them all that they weren't funny.
Oh, and my family has hung on to that.
And then they wanted an explanation. Well, what's funny? What is funny?
And they, like,
We're
when we
funny.
tell jokes, we're like, we laugh so much. And
where are they? They're all the way back at our McCree went all the way back to their spawn. Glad we have that kind of McCree on our team.
we're always laughing, and then we're like, how come Fraser doesn't think we're funny? We're so funny. Look at how funny we are. But my best friend cousin, her girlfriend, doesn't think we're funny either. She really straight up doesn't think we're funny.
You guys have your own meta shit that
We do.
nobody gives a shit about.
We really do. We have a lot of big jokes. It's tough. You can never tell a family that they're not funny. Which makes it sad sometimes when I go home because I don't know their jokes anymore. And so I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're... And then they say things like, you've never played games before? How have you never played games before? I'm like, because I don't live here. That's how come I've never played games before. Are you going to fucking teach me how to play it? Or are we going to talk about how I've never played games?
Yeah.
There's some of that too. It was fun, it was good. And they may have made a therapist appointment before and after going to see them. Whether we find it or not.
I mean, family's better in small doses.
Yes, they love me so much. They love both
More
of
than
us
each other.
so much. Yeah.
Oh, let's break it. Damn!
Then Brass proceeds to tell Beck's family the difference between dickhead and an asshole.
Yeah.
What's your blood?
Have you heard any updates on the Olympic events that you guys want to try and attend?
We didn't get to go.
We can apply again.
How?
There's another thing coming up.
Why?
Where we can apply. I don't know. I just saw it in Twitter or something, so I need to look into it.
What, for locals only again?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I knew there was going to be another one. I didn't think it was going to
Probably
be
for the
soon, though.
leftover events. They're like, okay guys, nobody wants to go to these, and you are the losers who don't get to go to anything, so let's meet halfway and make the, three-legged walking marathon feel like their big deal.
Yeah. Let's do that. I played, so my nephew, my 6 and 4-year-old nephews have a Wii still, and they have Mario and Sonic at the Vancouver Olympics. So we played a whole bunch of that, and it was so fun seeing it again, like seeing all the locations, and I thought it was cool, and it was actually really fun to play, even with my 6-year-old nephew. And the 4-year-old played too.
Oh, this place is
What do you think we should try to get into? Did you want to try to get something, like apply for something sort of shit? One of us could try for something shit, and one of us could try for something good?
Do you think anybody wants to see women's beach volleyball?
Probably not.
I'm just here for the butts. Which sports have the best butts?
Women's beach volleyball. Lifesaver. I think the Vancouver Olympics game is the one where Fraser got a horse hit.
Equestrian. That's actually going to be a big one here because equestrian's
Yeah.
pretty big in Japan.
Gymnastics, yeah. The sexy sports will definitely be popular,
Yeah.
like beach volleyball.
They have skateboarding for the first time this year, and
That's pretty fucking badass. I'd like to see that.
and there's this little like
10-year-old?
I'd say 10, maybe 11-year-old girl who was the champion of
Japanese.
the women's.
Yeah.
Like not
the
just of her
women's world.
age group, the women's.
Women's
She
world.
kicked the shit out of everybody,
Yeah.
and she's Japanese, so it'd be interesting to see how she's catapulted to fame. She already got a short.
Which is so fucking cool. It's gotta be so hard for like, I don't know, a Japanese kid, a Japanese girl to be doing something that is like outside of the norm. Here.
So one of the earliest skateboarders who invented a whole bunch of the early moves was Japanese, from LA. He was Japanese American, and he lived in LA, and his name was Lester. And he was a friend of Tony Hawk, so he's
Yeah.
one of the original guys who invented some of the early moves.
Yeah.
Maybe actually,
Lester.
maybe it wasn't Tony Hawk era. Maybe it was before that.
No, it was Tony Hawk's friend.
Okay, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tony Hawk is not Japanese. Hoku. We applied for baseball actually, and
Yeah,
that's
we
what we
didn't get
didn't
it.
get.
Come on, let's bring it together.
Well, the thing is, you can only apply for rounds. You don't get to say, I want to see Team Canada. You can only apply for rounds. So you'll get random teams. So if you apply for round 1, you might end up seeing like Venezuela versus like, you know,
That's how I
Some
ended
other
up with the hockey.
country you have no investment in.
I ended up seeing a Russia versus Latvia hockey game
Well,
during the
seeing Russia's
Vancouver
cool,
Olympics.
but like
Well, yeah, I guess. But I mean, seeing Canada
Latvia's
would
got
have
some
been.
good players. But yeah, you want to see the team that you want to see. So we chose championship because not only will the championships be exciting, not only will they be most likely to have like America and Canada in it, but also because like if it ends up being Latvia and Venezuela, at least it's a championship
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
So of course they were the highest demand, but I think if I'm gonna go to a game, that's gonna be the one I want to go to, especially since you're paying like $100.
Russia is totally good at hockey. Very true. And it was a high-scoring game. Like it did end up being fun.
Oh right, shit, I didn't see that.
Baseball would be hard in Japan. They like their baseball. Hi, buddy. You gonna come on?
I'm just getting started.
What a good guy.
You feel that?
The kitties missed me, I think. Rediger got lots of cuts in the last match. Oh god, we could never live stream the Olympics. We would get sued so hard. You can't even show like pictures of yourself at the Olympic Games. Is what
Well,
they said.
it's not quite that bad.
That's what it says in the fine text whenever you get tickets.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's that restrictive. I remember reading a thing that says something about like videos you take at the event are okay or something.
I thought
I
it said
forget.
it wasn't okay.
I don't know. Okay, maybe.
Anyways, we wouldn't be able to live
Oh
stream
god
it.
damn it! Why does she keep putting herself out there? She's trying to be aggressive, but we're against a bastion right now. This isn't gonna work. No, don't go in there right now, Reaper. Well, you're in there alone.
Let's move it, people.
He's alive still somehow.
Yeah, time to heal up.
Where is the basket? Oh, he went up.
I've got you in my sights.
Oh. They were attacking you pretty hard.
What is this? What is he doing over there?
Move to the beat.
Oh my god, I love that Junkrat skin.
Raising the volume.
Seconds remaining.
Good work, Lucio.
What are we gonna do? We're whittling her shield to do what? What are we doing? I don't.
The NFL is non-profit?
What is this shit?
Oh, let's break it. Damn!
Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah, just a Lucio carry. That's all.
Victory.
You did it. And look how proud you guys all are.
Play of the game. Justice reigns from above. Double, triple.
All right, guys, I'm gonna switch over to Hearthstone for a bit, do today's challenge, and I'm hoping somebody has sent me a link on here so I can be their recruit. Nobody sent it to me yet. I need. Oh wait, that's the wrong tweet. Maybe they did.
I have a recruit link for you, says Ratty.
Nuya already sent it. Sorry,
okay.
Thanks, Ratty. Thanks, though.
I've
Yay.
been playing Hearthstone since you told us about the recruit, and I'm having a lot of fun. Nice. That's awesome.
All right, I think I just claimed it. Let's see if it worked out.
I love this kitty.
Are you gonna stick around, Beck?
Do you want me to stick around?
Well, I can quickly explain to you what I'm doing with this.
Sure.
I still only have 2 packs. The person said it was an Asian recruit link. Oh wait, I haven't. Wait, I shouldn't need to reach level 20. All right, guys, I'll figure this out anyways, and we'll be back with an Overwatch show in just a little bit. I mean, a Hearthstone show.